Welcome back to another reaction. Today I'm going to look at something called the AFL. It's just sports. That's all I know. I'm not a big sports person these days. Back in the day, I was a big basketball fan. Chicago Bulls with the whole Jordan, Pippen, the three-peat. I was there for all of it. I never missed a game. But that's the extent of my interest in any kind of sports. I did play when I was in school, and um, I also was forced to play football. It's not what you guys probably call football. Um, I understand you guys call like football. What you think football is soccer. But it's totally different here. But I was forced to play football by my mother in JV, and around that same time, I choked on a gumball. Right? So I was a little fat, pudgy kid, and I basically once I choked on that gumball, I refused to eat anything. I barely sipped my cornflakes. Right. So between that plus running laps on the football field, I lost weight really fast. Um, so anyway, I choked on a gumball while watching My Cousin Vinny. So there's two things I don't do anymore. I don't play football and I don't watch My Cousin Vinny. So I'm going to check out AFL. It looks like I'm just looking at the thumbnail. It looks like some sort of soccer. So that's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, whatever. But that's what I'm going with for now. So we're going to check this out.
It's got running. Now they're starting to run. It's got kicking.
Okay, it's definitely not soccer. It's like a blend.
It's got bone-on-bone hits without pads.
It's more like American football than
it's not rugby.
British.
It's Australian football, although you might hear it called Aussie rules or even footy. This is Australia's biggest sport and is now played professionally by 18 teams in the AFL.
I gotta admit, I didn't expect this.
Average attendance of any domestic sports league in the world. These are some serious fans. What do you say we talk basics? Aussie rules is played on a football field probably bigger than any you've ever seen, with an egg-shaped ball that takes some crazy bounces. Each team consists of 18 players on the field and 4 on the bench. Tremendous athletes, these players are basketball-sized with the hands and foot speed of an NFL wide receiver and stamina greater than a soccer player.
This is interesting. It's a main event.
One thing I would like to point out is that I noticed they're doing like something similar to American football, but they're not wearing the armor that an American football player has to wear because, people have been paralyzed playing American football. So that's why they pay them really well too. So it's just I just thought they were dressed like more like soccer players, but they're doing something that's very similar to American football. I don't know if there's like the same kind of like tackling, the contact that there is in American football. It doesn't seem like it so far. I don't see any anybody ramming into each other and flipping someone into like a 5-spin jump. So that's different.
Any stadium in the world.
The game starts with a center bounce, a bit like a basketball jump ball. The basic object of the game, like American football, is to move the ball down the field and score.
Wants to go all the way from 45. Collier gets it back within a goal.
You can move the ball 3 ways. Running, but you have to bounce it every 16 yards. Using
Yeah, I
the
was
fist to
wondering
hit it
why he
forward.
bounced it. I'm
This
like,
is
it's
called
not
a
the type of ball that you
handball,
really want to
another
bounce.
skill unique to Aussie rules.
Because that could backfire.
Nice running. Ellis was involved as well. Crosstime started it all and drills it home.
And of course, the most common way is kicking it.
That one's full forward. Terrific.
Like a quarterback using feet instead of hands, these guys can hit a teammate on the run at 50 yards. If the
Yeah, with
kick is a
American
little
football,
high, a player may have to jump and
you're
make
not
a
allowed to do that.
spectacular catch. This is called a mark.
Like with American football, they can kick it, but it's not allowed just in the middle of the game. I've never seen anything like that as far as my football goes. You have to throw it down to someone else. But if you're gonna kick it, it's like for a field goal or something like that. So that's another difference.
He took his armchair with him and set it on top, Nick Beninui.
It looks a lot safer.
And believe it or not, you can use the opponent as a springboard for jumping. If you take a mark, you can keep going,
You teabagged
or
them.
you can stop on the spot and take an
Smell
unimpeded
these
kick.
nuts.
Glorious kick.
Once in scoring position, the idea is to kick the ball through the two large upright posts. That's a goal and worth 6 points.
Here's left foot. Well within his repertoire.
If you hit the post
And he's set it the
or send it between the big post and the outer lower post, it's worth 1 point and is called a behind. A final score line might look something like this.
Yeah, it doesn't work for us. You have to go in between the posts, otherwise it's
By the way, there's no offside rule.
Dead
Don't
ball.
get us wrong, there are positions. Defenders defend. Forwards go forward. And midfielders, play in midfield.
This is better from Hawthorn. We know what a good kick he is, but he sets Hill up a line outside. He goes back into Hale, 70 metres out, too far to score. Gives off here to Suckling. Suckling with a low belter.
Yeah, I was thinking when he was standing there ready to catch it, if that was American football, that other guy running up to him would have launched into his ribs and cut the man in half, which is why they're armored up. But it doesn't look like that seems like it's allowed in you guys' AFL. I would imagine it would kill some people if they were allowed to do that. They look a little bit more house trained, I guess. Because American football players are like animals, right? They're just and you've seen, if you ever watch American football, you see that once the guy's down, they'll even step on your face. All right, they'll kick you. It's not allowed, but they'll do it. All right, and a lot of times the ref won't even pay attention or see it or whatever. And it's basically technically allowed, even though it's not. But it looks like you guys are a lot more dignified with your game.
Players come in all shapes and sizes. The Fremantle Dockers have 5'8" Hayden Ballantyne, 6'3" Nate Fife, and 7-footer Aaron Sandilands.
Wow. Hey, look, there's a
can tackle
difference right
hard.
there. Hold on, let's can I move that back a little bit? Yeah. Yeah, that one guy, I moved back a little too far.
Sizes. The Fremantle Dockers have 5'.
Yeah, like that's like my height right there, 5'8". So around there, right? So basically I could be on this in this game. But then you got the stark differences. You got the ones that are like 7-footers, and that's like American football. There's a lot of people that are there. Like they'd eat me alive, right?
5'8" Hayden Ballantyne, 6'3" Nate Fife, and 7-footer Aaron Sandilands.
In a fight, you got to kick them in the balls or in
Tackle
the
hard,
knees.
but not too high or low. It has to be between the shoulders and the knees. There are 4 quarters of 20 minutes, but like soccer, time is added on for stoppages of play. The extra time can be as much as 10 additional minutes. AFL teams play 22 regular season games. The top 8 teams make the playoffs, or as they're called in Australia, the finals. Eventually, 2 teams meet in the championship game or the grand final. It's Australia's Super Bowl and is played every year in the magnificent Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of 90,000 plus. It's a big deal.
Away we go. Opening bat. Kennedy. Long kick. Goal. First of the grand final.
Good looking kick. He's got it. Franklin. Oh, yes, he has.
Melchesky run down holding the footy.
Langford running hard. He'll fancy this. It's got a knot. It's a goal.
Any questions? Check us out at afl.com.au and on.
Yeah. So that was the AFL. I definitely didn't expect what I just saw. I thought it was going to be like soccer or what they call football. Well, I could be wrong. I haven't even paid attention to British football. So I might have to do a reaction to that. If you guys want to see it, let me know. But that basically looks like soccer. But this is definitely more like the NFL, except it's a little bit more civilized. Is what I have to say about that. I mean, obviously, if these guys went into play an NFL game, they get absolutely murdered because the NFL players are absolutely not as respectful to your safety. They will flip you over, cut you in half. They will throat you. All right, they will clothesline you. I don't know if you've seen like the most brutal takedowns in football, but it's something you should check out with the NFL. And it's like some of these guys get absolutely paralyzed or die. I don't know what the statistics are, but it's not a sport. That's if you want to get to your old age with all your parts intact, that's just not the sport for you. There's other things that you could play, but it looks like these guys, they're getting the best of both worlds. And I just didn't expect it. Anyway, if you want to see another reaction or my gameplay videos or anything like that, or even the future, I might do, some vlogs, some day in the life, maybe even go as far as some Omegle. I don't know, because I have interests, and eventually I'm going to do them. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and let me know what you think of my reaction to the AFL, because that really caught me off guard. So I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.